Yo guys, what's going on? I'm Justin for Sports News Insider here with Tim from the Cash Kelly and AC Sports Report. Now, I'm not a big NBA guy. Tim's basically going to be doing most of the talking in this one, but I'll give some of my insight on this. There is a trade that looks like it's going to be agreed on. Chris Paul is going to be going to the Lakers. Pau Gasol is going to be going to the Rockets, and Lamar Odom is going to be going to the Hornets in a 3-team trade. Now, Tim, give me some insight on this story. Is this a good trade? Do you think the Lakers will be back going to the finals this year?
There's some positives and some negatives. The few things you got to look at here is the Lakers are essentially trying to build a super team. And while Chris Paul or Pau Gasol is a very good player, Chris Paul is a bigger name, and what they've needed for how many years down there is a point guard. That is something that they have not had for the Lakers for quite some time now, is an elite point guard. I believe they got the best in the game. I know Derrick Rose and Russell Westbrook are better scorers, but Chris Paul is a better distributor and is more efficient in shooting. So I like Chris Paul as the best point guard in the NBA, and I think that this trade, to me, I think it has positives and negatives. The one thing you gotta look at, obviously you're getting a great point guard, but you're losing an element that you had over everyone, which was having 2 7-footers. That just created so many matchup problems. And the thing that people forget is Pau Gasol played awful in the playoffs last year. So did everyone on that team, including Kobe Bryant. Lamar Odom was also getting dealt in this trade. Lots of guys did not play well in this trade, or in the playoffs last year, basically the whole Lakers team. Pau Gasol in 2009-2010, when the Lakers won their second NBA Finals in a row, Pau Gasol was actually the best player in the NBA Finals. You know, the best player on the team, Kobe Bryant, obviously is the best player on the Lakers, gets the Finals MVP. That's always how it works. Unless you have an amazing game, the best player gets it. So he got the Finals MVP. But if you're actually talking about who had the best overall series, it was Pau Gasol. He had a tremendous series. And Pau Gasol is a very good player. And to just move on at this point, I don't know. I mean, there's positives and negatives. If they're able to get Dwight Howard this season, then yeah, go ahead. Obviously, you're going to have to give up Andrew Bynum. But a team with Kobe, Chris Paul, and Dwight Howard, you lose some depth on the team, but you gain just a super team. Basically what the Miami Heat have and what the NBA is developing into right now is these teams of 3 and 4 players. You see it with the Knicks, you see it with the Heat. The Nets are trying to do something like that. And if Dwight Howard plays out this season and the Lakers do whatever they do this season with Andrew Bynum, who I think is a problem waiting to happen at this point, not because he's a bad player or even a bad guy, but I think he wants to be the #1 guy, which is why I think trading him to Orlando makes the most sense. But if they decide to hold on to him, which, I mean, this isn't very likely, and then play out this season, see what happens, and then get Dwight Howard in the offseason, you're talking about having Dwight Howard, Andrew Bynum, Chris Paul, and Kobe Bryant all on the same team. Obviously, Kobe's aging, but to have all those young guys there would assure Kobe gets 7 or 8 rings, I think.
Alright, yeah, you bring up some good points there, Tim. Starting from last year's depth chart, you had Derek Fisher at point guard, Kobe Bryant at shooting guard, Metta World Peace at small forward, power forward, you got Gasol and Andrew Bynum. Tim, who do you think can replace Lamar Odom and Pau Gasol for this Lakers team?
Well, what's going to happen, assuming all this is finalized, and knowing our luck, we'll probably figure out that, this deal fell through at the last second. But it's being reported by all the major news outlets. What will happen is the Lakers, I guess, technically, if they don't sign Chris Paul to an extension, what they did in this trade was they lowered the payroll for this season, which means for a team that was capped out, they may be able to sign one of the players who was taken out by the amnesty clause, which is something new in the CBA where a team can get rid of a player. They still have to pay him every cent of the contract, but it doesn't count against the payroll. So you'll see some better veterans come in to free agency over the next couple weeks. We don't know who it's going to be. It's not going to be someone as good as Lamar Odom probably, but there will be players out there that will be able to allow this team to add some depth.
Yeah, so in the trade, Gasol is going to be going to the Houston Rockets, as you guys heard. And the Houston Rockets will be sending Luis Scola, Kevin Martin, and Goran Dragic, if I pronounced that correctly, to the New Orleans Hornets along with Lamar Odom. So Tim, out of this trade, what player do you think will do better? Gasol in Houston or Lamar in New Orleans?
I'm going to say Lamar. Well, no, I mean, neither of them are going to exactly a good situation. I'm not necessarily sure what the Rockets' deal is here, that this, to get rid of a majority of your team, how this really makes you better. And then in the Hornets' perspective, it's more of a move that's saying, we're not going to be able to keep Chris Paul, so let's recoup what we can. Lamar Odom's a good player, but you're going to lose David West probably in free agency. So you just don't know what you have with the Hornets right now, so it's really tough to answer that question right now.
Alright, so there you go, guys. Chris Paul's going to be going to the Lakers. Tim, do you have anything else you want to put in here?
Hell of a day to be an LA fan. I just... To see them get Albert Pujols in the morning, if you're a Lakers and assuming you're not a Lakers-Dodgers fan or whatever, if you're a Lakers and Angels fan, you get Albert Pujols, the best player in baseball, in the morning, and then at nighttime, well, I guess it's not really night there yet, it's more mid-afternoon, you're getting the best point guard in the NBA. So I've dealt with that day where the Eagles signed Nnamdi Asomugha and the Phillies signed or acquired Hunter Pence. It's great times, and live it up, because if you don't win a championship at this point, either of these teams, it's going to be pretty depressing. But great day, good job by both LA teams.
Alright guys, we'll see you guys later.